Jupiter and Uranus are coming together in the sign of Taurus on April 20th, 2024 at 7:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This event will take place only once in our lifetime. So this video, I'm going to give you 3 very simple things that you can do to benefit yourself during this time. I'm going to give you some basic information about the astrology of this time. And you're going to walk away feeling more confident, understanding when you see the headlines on the news talking about Jupiter, Uranus, you're going to feel more confident knowing that you are prepared for this transit. My name is Anjani Siegrist. I have been a holistic health practitioner for about 20 years, a practicing astrologer since 2013. And let's go ahead and jump into the content here. So Jupiter is known as a planet of expansion, abundance, fertility. Actually, Jupiter is a fertility god in many cultures, not just in the Roman and Greek, where we get the name, the astrological names from. So fertility, abundance, expansion, growth. Then we have Uranus, who is known as the Great Awakener. Uranus is more than just awakening to our own higher evolution. Uranus is placing us within the global consciousness and awakening us to who and what we are in the collective. It's not so much a personal awakening. It's like a grand awakening. We're doing it together. So having Jupiter and Uranus together signals that there is a expansion of consciousness, a great awakening within individuals, but it's collective awakening on a global scale. Uranus is global. It isn't so much just an individual thing. Evolution happens on a global scale. Like evolution itself is something that takes place in a large mass. So Taurus, as we know, Taurus happens during springtime, and it has to do with growth of nature. It is nature itself. It has to do with resources. And I'm saying growth because in the wheel of the year, when we get to Taurus season, it's the celebration of Beltane. It is a fixed energy. So that means that Aries happens. That's a cardinal sign. It has to do with initiation, something taking place. There's some movement happening. When we get to Taurus, this is the stable moment. Then after Taurus, we get into Gemini, which has movement. So we have creation, stasis, dissolution. Creation is cardinal, stasis is going to be the fixed signs, and then dissolution is the mutable signs, where there's some movement happening and there's some changes happening. So Taurus is stasis. It's fixed. It is sitting there like the big cow, grazing, enjoying nature, feeling the sun on the back, and eating, because it feels good. So putting these things happening all together, we have Jupiter, growth and expansion. We have Uranus. Uranus also has to do with technological advancements. Why? Because technology advancements awaken us globally. It's like in a minute, we can have something go viral where it's like there's information that has reached all of us very quickly and changed our minds about something. It's a paradigm shift. So having Jupiter and Uranus together in the sign of Taurus is awakening us to greater intimacy and connection with the earth. It is expanding our capacity for our own body technology. Now, when I talk about body technology, I'm talking about blockchain within our cells, the ability for us to remember things that we didn't necessarily experience ourselves in this lifetime. I'm talking about the magnetic field of the heart and the magnetics of the blood that attracts and repels things just by us being there. So body technologies go into all the different ways that our bodies are massive energy vortexes that we haven't been trained in our culture how to use them necessarily. So in Tantra yoga, in a lot of different traditions, and in Taoism, just to name the two that I'm somewhat familiar with, there's all these practices for increasing the magnetic field of our heart, for generating more prana or chi in our body. A lot of digestion from Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, that digestion work is a huge body technology, a lot of which has been completely forgotten by the majority of people. The majority of people are looking for things to take, to put in, to resolve symptoms. So let's look at the number one thing that I wrote down for the 3 steps, 3 things that you can do for this transit. Number 1, do what you know. Do what you know, because Taurus is a simple sign. It's not looking for complexity of doing the Merkaba breathing pattern. I think it was like 21 steps to this Merkaba breathing pattern. I was trying to learn that back in 2011. So advanced. Okay, now if there is something that you're familiar with and it is a complex practice, but you're familiar with it, do that. So I'm not saying do only simple things. It's like, do what you know. That's going to help you a lot. Do what you know. So whether that is your yoga practice, dancing, martial arts that you've been practicing, running, just, moving your body. And as you're moving your body, feel that energy being generated. Now, while this is happening, we have a Virgo moon, which is in a harmonious alignment with those planets in Taurus. This harmonious alignment with the moon in Virgo says to me, allow this energy movement to be happening. It's evolving us collectively. It's expanding our consciousness and our ability to connect with the earth. And while that's happening, do things that are in service to spirit. So look at your chart. If you are astrologically inclined, you want to see where 21 degrees of Taurus is. See what house that is for you and what other planets you have in that area. And there's some more advanced things you can do by knowing that information. You're going to do things that are serving that house where Taurus is. Now, when you look at Virgo, this is what you're going to be doing on this day, say the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. You're going to be doing things that are feeding that Virgo house. So because they work together. As the moon moves through all the signs in the month, there's a fine tuning that's going on. There is something that is being refined for you. So this harmonious alignment that during the time of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction says that doing something that is in service to spirit, which is a Virgo phrase, this is going to be beneficial for you. So as you're doing your dance, your Tai Chi, your yoga, bringing that energy up in your body, generating energy, do something that serves your Virgo house. And Virgo is in service to spirit. So if it's serving you in a way, it's serving everybody. And I'm going to use my chart for an example. Virgo is my 5th house, which has to do with creativity, with childlike wonder and amazement. And it's the inner child and my children. So as I'm doing things that feed my Virgo house, I am making this as an offering to everything, everyone, all the spirits, all the beings. So as you're moving energy, you can even just have it in your mind that I am offering this up to be in service to spirit. Now, as I'm doing things, I'm giving my son a spa day. He's currently soaking in a lavender and chamomile herbal bath that I made for him. His massage table set up, and as soon as I get done with this video, he's going to receive a massage. As that energy is being generated, and he knows, we've talked about this, we are making an offering to spirit, the spirits of nature, the spirits of the land around the place we live. So you can do that for yourself too. You don't need to worry so much if you don't know the houses and all that. It doesn't matter at all, actually, because you're just going to generate energy in your body and offer it up as in devotion to spirit. Virgo is in service to spirit through acts of devotion. So whatever you're doing, make it an offering. Number 2, strengthen your senses and your connection to nature and the natural world. I can give you a few ideas about how to do this. It's Taurus season. You can get your hands in the earth. You can go trim some of the extra, I forget how we call this, when you're trimming the dead things off the plants. The word foraging is coming up, so maybe you also want to do some foraging. Go out into nature and see what medicines or what plants are in your neighborhood. Even you don't even have to go out to nature, like driving far away. You can just take a walk, a nature walk in your own neighborhood and see what's out there. Oftentimes when I go and I'm foraging out here in the wilderness of the neighborhood I live in, I will just go trim off the dead things. I can't remember that word right now. Put it in the comments, whoever knows this word, where you just trim the excess and let it drop to the ground so that the dead clippings that you've left will decompose and turn into nurturing sustenance for the soil. So you can do something like that. You can go to the ocean and meditate, tuning in your senses to the rhythms of the ocean. So strengthening your senses can be something as simple as closing your eyes and hearing what you can hear, listening to the sounds that you hear. What my son used to say, the sounds beyond the sound that you hear in your immediate environment. He used to say the sound beyond sound. I think that comes from Thundercats. They talk about that too. And you can just feel the quality of the air around you. Notice how it feels where you're sitting. Notice the sensation on your butt where you're sitting. Notice, I'm wearing silk today. Notice the feeling of silk or whatever it is that you're wearing, cotton or wool or whatever you have on. Notice the feeling of that, how that feels on your skin. Then there's things you can do with your eyes where you practice gazing far, far away into the distance and seeing a broad spectrum of what you see. And then bring your vision back in and look at something close and noticing everything that you see. This is a way to strengthen your senses. Then we have all sorts of things with touch where you can notice, oh my gosh, in massage school, we had so many touch practices where we would feel the temperature of, this one that we had, you can do this. Lay out 3 different pieces of cotton cloth in different colors. It's easy. You probably have some towels or something that are white, black, and red. Close your eyes and touch them and see if you notice temperature differences between those cloths. Very subtle things that you can do. I can go on and on about the sensation because I have been practicing massage since 2006 or 2007 actually. Started school at the end of 2006. So I can go on about those, but just something basic that you can do today, just even pushing on fabric and noticing the tone of the fabric. How does the fabric feel? Strengthen your senses and your connection with nature. So this is going to be really, really important for your body technology moving forward. And I'm going to spend so much time talking about body technology for the next probably 14 years until we have the next Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Never again in the sign of Taurus during our lifetime, but in a different sign, and I don't remember what that is right now. All right, the third thing, simplify. Simplify your schedule, simplify your day, simplify your closet. Take things down to what you need. What do they call this? Minimalism. We don't need all this stuff. We do not need all this stuff. Bring it back down to basic. You don't need to know everything. Simplify. So stop looking at every single bit of news, looking for every single thing that people are posting on social media. Take it down about 100 notches and bring it back down to you taking full deep breaths, noticing where you are. Look around your environment. Am I safe? Is there anything needing my attention right now? If not, enjoy the feeling of breath entering and leaving your body. I'm going to leave you with that, and I'm going to get out and go do that massage for my little boy. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will jump back on very soon to do the all signs reading for the upcoming Scorpio full moon, and I'm going to be using these cards to give everybody some ideas about plants they can use for working with the upcoming full moon. Thank you so much. I look forward to connecting with you again soon.